Subscribe and hit the bell icon and never miss another video.
I'm that one of those Miss India girls. I don't know, my mama filled up the form.
I used to give the clap. I used to call the actors, dialogue,
Nepotism.
rehearsals. Nahi hua.
The moment somebody hits me, I have a block. Like somebody slaps me, I will catch it. So I remember Farooq shouting like, Vidyut, tum Vidyut nahi ho, tum Sameer ho. Maar khao.
Hi guys, how are you?
I'm quite happy.
Very well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm very excited to talk to you about Khuda Haafiz. Vidyut and Shivaleeka, please tell me how it was shooting action-packed film. Was it just as action-packed as we see in the trailer?
It is based on a true love story and based on real events. So it's much more than just action, and you will see Vidyut as Sameer in a very different character than his usual self. Me, of course, and then a very different character from my debut film.
Tell me one experience that you had while shooting for it, Vidyut.
You know, for me, the whole process started when I went for the recce with the director, and this is the first time I went for it. And it was quite a life-changing experience because I realized that this is a very imperative thing that people need to do. I'm talking about actors, because normally what happens is we go on the set and we start shooting. We know the scene, but we don't know how the location will look. So for me, it really made a great change in me, and I think I will continue doing this. That before I go for a movie, I will go for the recce, and preferably if it's in these exotic places, I will go 10 days before that.
Right now, your film is releasing on an OTT platform. What do you all have to say about that? Because is the pressure different as opposed to a theatrical release versus OTT? Vidyut, are you feeling a little, chalo, theek hai, OTT release hai, to itna pressure nahi hai?
The pressure to pasand hai, yaar. Oh, it's a different experience altogether. Like when you travel to different cities and you meet journalists in person, it's completely different. But I love this change. I really like the fact that you can just be sitting at home and you can be wearing a kurta and nothing below it. And people will say, Arey wow.
You can wear pajamas and then be like, chalo.
Like Shivaleeka and I were chatting about it, that it's a great honor to come on the 14th of August because normally these dates are reserved for really big movies and very big stars. So there we have an open platform now. Watch the movie on the best day possible and just enjoy.
Because of these OTT platforms opening up, do you think it's more democratic now for actors? There's no comparisons or anything like that. Do you think it's more democratic and it's more easier for actors to come up?
I feel anyway the audiences had a very important say in recognizing an actor, whether it's an insider or an outsider. I think definitely during the lockdown, so many things have happened that the audiences have actually become more open towards outsiders and talented people. So I think this is a very good idea, and I think having our film released on the 14th of August on an OTT, there'll be more people watching the film. Yeah, and the reach will be much wider, and it's not restricted to only Indians watching it.
Vidyut, I want to ask you, you've created like a niche for yourself. I don't think anyone can do what you do. I want to know, when did you know that this is what you want to do? When did you fall in love with what you do?
Like I was born in a family where we do the Indian martial art Kalari Pait, and it was something that was bestowed upon me, this responsibility to take forward the oldest martial art in the world. I was talking to somebody, I do a show called X-Ray on YouTube, and I was talking to my next guest, Mike Raja White, and we were chatting about it, and I was telling him that, I'm a very ambitious being. I don't have an ambition to have a bungalow or a penthouse or blah, blah, blah. My ambition is to uplift the dead art of Kalari Pait.
When did acting come into play?
See, acting was, again, like I said, I'm that one of those Miss India girls. I don't know, my mama filled up the form. Then I went and I don't know how I won. I wanted to do action. Right. I didn't care. I didn't care if I was a stuntman. I don't look down upon them. I didn't care if I was I was playing this imperceptible role in one of the movies. I didn't care. I just wanted to be so good in what I did. And I think that's what's just set me apart from everybody. I don't think of anything as small or big. I don't think of oh, मैं hero हूँ, तुम villain हो. तुम villain हो तो मैं भी था और मुझे पता है कि तुम में क्षमता है. अगर तुम एक पीछे वाले गुंडे हो तो मुझे पता है कि तुम्हें वो क्षमता है. I respect that.
Shivaleeka, I want to ask you, before you got into acting, you were actually an AD. So I want to ask you, like, what from your AD experience on working with Houseful, whether it was Houseful 3 or the other movie, what did you bring into acting from that?
I think everything that I've learned behind the camera has shaped me to be the actor that I am today. So I never had a designated role as an AD. I used to give the clap, I used to call the actors, I used to stand in, I used to give dialogue
Nepotism.
rehearsals. Nahi hua hai. So इसमें कैसा nepotism?
होगा कुछ ना कुछ. ये भी करोगे.
I wish. So I was graduating and I was an AD. So I used to work and give my exams. From knowing how to basically stand in front of the camera, the confidence, the light, to knowing how many people are there on set. If you are 10 minutes late, everybody on set is affected because of those 10 minutes. So all of these little things have really shaped me into what I am today. And I'm actually glad that it took me so many years to debut, though I'm not that old right now. But it took me so many years to get a debut. I'm just glad that I went through that entire process, because anything good does not come easy. And hopefully things do get better in the future.
But Vidyut, I want to ask you, will we get to see you in other genres, maybe drama or like a comedy, which is far away from what you usually do? Will we ever see that?
बेजान दारू वाला से सवाल पूछा था तो वो देता है यार. इनको मैं यही बोल रहा हूँ, मुझे क्या पता. How will you see me? But I love comedy. I think that's something that comes very naturally to me. I really enjoy laughing, and I really enjoy people who have a great sense of humor. Mm-hmm. And I personally believe that I would, apart from action, I think comedy is a genre that I would love to be a part of. Like I enjoy.
He's actually very funny. He's actually
एक दिन इसने मुझे
funny.
ऐसे बोला. शिवालिका ने एक दिन मुझे बोला, do you know? So I thought she's criticizing me.
No, he's actually very funny. He'll say the randomest things which will crack you up. During the entire song, Jaan Man Gaye, we have only laughed. And I've only laughed at him. That is it. We are doing romantic scenes, but I'm laughing at him. So he's very funny. I think that's his way of making the other person feels comfortable also, I think, with all of these little funny things that he keeps doing.
Guys, I want to ask both of you, what was one of the toughest scenes that you shot for in Khuda Haafiz?
One of the scenes which is in the trailer where Sameer and Nargis ka haath chhutta hai. For me, that was one of the most emotionally exhausting scenes. Very tough, because we were Vidyut, hum log kitne how big was that area? Barely 3 foot का corridor था जिसमें हम shoot कर रहे थे. And I think it was technically difficult, emotionally difficult for the both of us.
You know, there were, I think, 25 boys in that small corridor.
Correct.
Like, it was very small. And now understand, there is a girl who everybody has to be very careful of, क्योंकि तुम्हारी फिल्म की apart from heroine एक ये लड़की भी है. और वो सीक्वेंस ना इतनी भीड़ भड़का का था. सीन ये है कि जहाँ पे ये लड़की को मुझसे अलग कर रहे हैं, मैंने लड़की देखी जो हकीकत में हुआ होगा, और ये सारे आदि मानव चढ़ गए हैं यार दोनों के ऊपर. You know, action people really respect women because they are real men. I really mean it. एक लड़की को आप बिना मेकअप के भेज दो सेट पे, उसको काजल गिर रहा है, सब कुछ कर रहा है. And you know, it's not easy. It's not easy for a girl. Like लड़के फिर भी चलते हैं. And I remember that very moment when I was supposed to hold her hand and the sword goes in between. There were men pulling her, men pulling me. लड़की हो, उसको लग ना जाए, उसको धक्कम धुक्की में कुछ हो ना जाए. You know, it was very difficult to take care of the girl whilst maintaining the emotion, and it was quite cool. It's one of my favorite scenes where you look the best.
But I want to ask you guys, like you said, this is like a kind of based on a real story. So I want to ask you, what is the pressure with you, like when you're doing something, you know, that was based on a real story? Do you think, as opposed to something that's fictional, you think there's like an extra, मतलब कुछ गलत ना हो जाए type of feeling?
See, वो होती है, but when you know that the director is himself the writer, he's done an in-depth research of it. He's a passionate man. That stress wasn't bothering me too much because he knew exactly what he wants out of Shivaleeka and exactly what he wanted out of me. For me, what was difficult was to unlearn everything that I've been trained since I was growing up. For me, the moment somebody hits me, I have a block. Like somebody slaps me, I will catch it. This is a movement that I've grown up doing.
Right.
Now imagine I had to untrain myself. I remember Farooq shouting on the mic one of the days. He was like, Vidyut, tum Vidyut nahi ho, tum Sameer ho. Maar khao.
And before I let you guys go, I have to ask you, for those who've not watched the trailer, not watched anything, but what would you want to say to all your fans who's about to watch Khuda Haafiz?
Watch the trailer, watch the songs, and watch our film on Disney Plus Hotstar VIP, and you will love it.
Guys, thank you so much. I had so much fun talking to you guys, and all the best to you too. And with you, waiting for your comedy film, honestly.
I want to say a message to all the MissMalini viewers. First of all, it's been a great experience to be on this platform. A lot of credit goes to Pallavi. Thank you for being such amazing followers, and please enjoy the show and just love yourself, man.
Thank you so much, guys.